I don't think they are that degenerate yet to have like a virtual wedding. But you know. What's next? Oh, there is just a little thing.
Did 50k bits at 20 seconds left. Pirate says okay.
There is just a little thing. It's a little thing.
What is the alt account? Kronos replies, serendipitous bean, where's the beef? And then below that,
got to be careful of those auto lo-fi videos, they can brainwash you.
I wasn't even at my desk, bro. YouTube is just doing things without me knowing.
He says, didn't mention this to the mods either. Now the challenge is to clear the queue. We were actually able to receive an archived VOD of this stream. So
I think this is interesting. Trust me on it.
matter of fact, if I go ahead and jump over here to 726, we're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about.
Banana.
I wish that
Wait, I
people
have to
watch
go
YouTube
away.
with autoplay enabled.
I'm afraid I do. Look at the banana. I want the banana dress. I wanna be a slutty banana for this Halloween. Do you think he still needs it? Kinda wanna be a slutty banana.
I could place my head between them and go full burr mode and make...
What?
So this is him pulling it up on stream here.
Bro, why do streamers do a screen capture? Are you crazy? Or am I the only one who DMs herself? Maybe Monka post that I am afraid of getting... I have a lot of tits in my own DMs. Okay? I have like... I save my sauces, okay? Screw, we don't talk about it. They are lazy. Switching Windows and OBS is hard. But then you leak your DMs. I am not even afraid of DMs because I don't talk to people. But I have my own server where I take personal notes of my life. And like whatever I send to myself. Like, are you crazy? I would die. Scoop, please, you're not getting my sauce.
And I'll just go ahead and let the rest of it play,
No.
as you guys will see that this is indeed pirate software. The information
You're
that I'm
not
going to
getting
be
in.
presenting to you guys in this video is going to, at a bare minimum, showcase yet another example of pirate software being incredibly scummy, or it could also include pirate software breaching the terms of service of Twitch, or at its worst, could actually spell legal consequences for pirate software.
Vtuber getting sued. Pirate software getting sued. Niji Sanji already gone. We already buried them. What's next? I'm afraid. I'm scared for the future, man. I'm actually scared. You have socks in your Discord? What?
Now, at the
What?
time of recording this, I've spoken to a lawyer,
What?
and I'm actually going to be including a few clips from our conversation that we had, as I think they're useful for this video. But I'm also going to be creating an update video where I go much more in depth with this lawyer after we fully go through the details of all the information that we've gathered.
Niji also wants some attention this week. Wait, but Niji had their attention last week. Their attention was that they sent the guy away without commenting on it.
Through other people, we've also been able to get in touch with someone who works at Twitch to go over this possible alleged terms of service being broken at Twitch. I should also make it very clear that the legal ramifications are not going to be gone in full depth here, and they are just alleged right now. I'm not saying that he has broken any laws yet, but there is potential. But with this oversized preamble out of the way, let's get into the video. Now, this all starts late one night just a few days ago, when somebody...
You can't hide your Cinder fanfics. What the fuck? Jesus. Why is it... You know what? You know why all of this is happening? Because the streaming is becoming mainstream. Back then when we only had the sweaty nerds and like Soda being the World of Warcraft little twink, none of this shit happened. And now every bigger streamer is basically a superstar, and there is like corporations dabbling into the indie sphere. And that's why these things happening. You had like these sweaty gamer dudes in front of the camera playing from like their fucking bedroom, getting spooked to things. Those were the good days.
my Discord, shout out to CK, ends up sending in a screenshot of this tweet. This tweet comes from Guy, and they say Pirate Software accidentally revealed his DMs with Kronos during the April 1st Twitch Giga Train, showing that they were boosting it themselves. This is why the stream is unavailable to watch. And here we have this screenshot. I want to make it clear at this point, this is the only thing that we have in regard to this situation. So let's take a look at that screenshot. Now in this screenshot, it is Pirate wearing a banana costume, or excuse me, a long lemon. And he's on Discord here, and it looks like he must have accidentally pulled up this Discord interaction that he was having with Kronos. That's his lead moderator. Reading off the messages here, the first one.
Please, if you're a streamer, stop sharing your screen. Just do like a whatever capture, a game capture. I'm begging you. That's how you're gonna get doxxed. You will. It's. Best case, I don't even know what is like the worst or best case, or you just get banned because you were watching corn. I swear to God, just use streamer mode. Okay, to be fair, I don't think streamer mode will do much. Like it would take the names away and that's it. Like your messages would still be there, no? But he worked at Blizzard. I don't think that matters.
From Kronos says, Pirate responds, let me know if you do. Bits is going to be the best way to do it due to the return if you need to save it. Kronos says, bits rather than tier 3s. Pirate
OBS doesn't show Discord with it on? Really? Oh, that's smart. But wait a second. Pirate is smart. Isn't he smart? He worked at Blizzard. He must be smart. So why is he not using it? Oh...
responds, tier 3s might be better, don't know.
Sure.
Bits is
Yeah,
82% return when you buy them in bulk. Have you bought any yet? Kronos says, I've done 100 tier 1s on my personal, ready to do 40 tier 3s on an alt, can do bits instead or both. Then Kronos says, did 50k bits at 20 seconds left. Pirate says, okay, what is the alt account? Kronos replies, serendipitous.
That's actually kind of strange to me that they were stretching the hype train. Like, Pirate Software, back then when this happened, he was at the peak. Does he really need this artificial dick stretching just to make it a little bit longer? Is it really necessary? Didn't he literally fucking break the record at one point?
Bean, where's the beef? And then below that, he says, didn't mention this to the mods either. Now the challenge is to clear the queue. So that's a lot to throw at you at once, and we're going to pick it apart as we go over this video. But what is going on here? Now, to preempt this, some people might know that Twitch uses this thing called a hype train.
How you think he broke that record? I mean, he was a big streamer. I mean, he's still a big streamer, right? But like, he was like very, 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 very big. But lying who donating is bad. I think that might be TOS, no? Like, you cannot just ask your homies that, hey, give me subs. I am not sure. I never read Twitch TOS, so don't at me. But like asking your homie to send money to stretch the hype train only for him to pay back later, that smells a little bit bad.
Essentially, the more you get donations or gifts in a short amount of time, it raises the level of this hype train. And when you pass certain benchmarks, people unlock things. For instance, last year on April 1st, back in 2024, Twitch's hype train record smashed again by Pirate Software.
Wait, he smashed it twice? He broke the record twice? I thought it was only once. And then like Vettel broke his record, no?
And they go into detail about Pirate breaking the Twitch hype train world record, with his channel reaching level 106 on April 1st. Once the hype train was initiated, it took Hall roughly 3 hours to beat his previous level 55 world record from December, with viewers contributing 54,380 gifted subs alongside regular subscriptions and 8.2 million bits, likely earning Hall a healthy 6-figure sum in the process. And he goes into a bit more detail. Hype trains, a feature that Twitch launched in 2020, are a limited time event triggered when a channel receives an uptick in bits or
Bro, 8 million bits. Damn.
subscriptions, pushing past a streamer designated threshold. And you can see here that the people that were a part of this hype level 100 train were given the Kappa Infinite emote, dropping in chat for hype train participants. I wanted to show this because it'll be important later, but Vedal is a name of a VTuber who ended up
we know that. We know that name. We heard about him. It's about to tell. Let me go a little bit smaller. Sorry.
that record and getting to a 111 level hype train. And this is what Pirate Software had to say when they found out their record was broken.
So Vital broke the hype train record. Vital's record is now level 111, and that's wild. I think that's freaking incredible, to be honest with you. With help from Valorant, I mean, yeah. So during that hype train, they got an extra 19,000 subs from Valorant, which is wild. Like,
damn, someone sounds a little bit jealous.
absolutely wild. So I think they ended up with something like 80,000 subs. Our hype train was 54,000 subs.
So even if Valorant gave like, how much did he say, like 10,000 something, there is still a 30 something thousand discrepancy between his number and Vedal's number. So...
But you guys had given 8 million bits, and that was kind of the difference between the two. No, there's no cheating. No, don't try to diminish what they did at all. I think Vital is an amazing content creator. I think Neurosom is cool as shit.
So that specific part about cheating, what do you think that Pirate means by that?
What a strange reaction. It's, yeah, no, don't say that he was cheating. No, I'm sure that he did everything organically. Yeah, isn't that strange? Yeah, it's strange now. I guess it wasn't strange back then, but like, you know, this is what I say, like, you know, when I tell you that when someone looks at an anime girl and someone says that, oh my god, you are like a PDF for looking at that girl, and it's like, why would you think of that? No one was thinking that, but you were thinking that. That's the same with Pirate. Why would you pick out of all the comments the one about cheating? It's because you did that. You were thinking about that because that was something that personally happened to you and you picked up on it.
Cheating. He said, no, let's not take that away. I don't think there was cheating.
Yeah, a bit of a self-report.
Don't diminish that. I would assume that cheating in terms of building up a hype train would maybe be too artificial.
So, what did I miss? Your hair?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Nothing.
Artificially inflate it yourself by chance coordinating with a mod of yours, maybe your head mod, to keep a hype train alive. I would say that myself. Could be wrong, interested to hear what you guys think, but let's continue on. And to make it clear, we're not contesting his 106 level hype train that happened back in April of 2024. I have no reason to believe that there were any shenanigans involved with his 106 world record breaking one, as I don't have any evidence of that. And regardless of your understanding of his pattern of behavior, anything like that, I'm not making that allegation myself. I'm not saying anything about that specific achievement. We're talking about...
The thing is that Vedal wouldn't cheat. It's not only because he's so chill, but also because it's not an achievement. If you just reach it because, you know, you cheated, what's the point? You didn't actually win. You didn't actually achieve it.
About this year, April 1st, 2025. Now, I think one of the most important parts about this is validating that this is a real screen.
You know what Eva would absolutely tell on him? Oh no, the daughters are fucking snitches. Oh man, I can actually see that. I can see that.
Shot. And how are we going to do that? Because as it stands right now, Pirate Software had removed the YouTube VOD, and as well as the Twitch VOD ends up deleting itself after 60 days. And I think we hit that threshold. Now, this leak could be the reason that this ended up getting taken down, this VOD, but there's another potential reason as to why, and it actually comes from...
Bro, I guarantee you that Pirate Software's ego must have been bruised so fucking hard when Vedal took him over. Because if you think about it, in a way, and I'm going to be, you know, whatever. In a way, they are a little bit similar. Like both of them are doing so. Okay, I'm not sure if I would call what Pirate is doing programming after all this, but you know, they're sort of into the tech things. They are trying to come up with their own way, making something creative, and it's just like, let's just say there is a huge difference between the level. Okay, what Pirate is doing and what Vedal is doing, and I'm not sure how he feels about the competitiveness. I bet that I don't want to put words into his mouth because he never said that, but I guarantee you that he was a little bit hurt by that. That his record was like taken over
from
just
that head moderator that you saw in the screenshot. Kronos. Now, I had replied to Guy, and I'm actually going to show you two different ones. Guy actually posted the...
Wait, Guy? SG? S Guy? This guy is a snitch. What the fuck?
this screenshot in a couple of other places. I said, hey, where were you able to find this? Would like to get some more info on this. And then they replied, it's my own screenshot from the stream, ex-subscriber. And so I said, could you send me a screenshot of where that file is in your folder just so we can see a timestamp of that picture? I know that's weird, but the more info we have, the more we can validate this. And I give my Discord. Well, Kronos replied back, and you guys might recognize this phraseology here. You could have asked me about this one.
Hello, hope you're doing great. Here's a massive kiss, Mwaskja kiss.
Mwah.
Had you reached out? Well, I couldn't reach out to Kronos unless I added him and then he accepted my friend request on Discord, since we don't share a mutual server, which means I can't just message him even if we aren't friends. But he goes on to say, I've spoken about this before, but I guess the truth isn't as compelling. Kronos VII on Discord. VOD was removed to prevent a 2025 repeat of people watching the 2024 video and messaging donators, myself included. Now,
You know, I would have believed this before all of this, but now I'm kind of like suspicious about anything and everything. There's just so many fibbing every time there is like a new something comes out about him that I don't really know what to believe. They always have an excuse. I mean, okay, let's be fair. I can see that oh, they had like a hype train, they had like the top supporters, they didn't want those people get like annoying DMs like, oh my god, dude, could you just give me 100 sub? Because let's be real, we met people who were like big supporters and they were complaining that, yeah, these creeps are keep messaging me for money.
I should note that I also said, if you could send me your January comments relating to this, I'd love to have them. Also, sent you a friend request on Discord. That was 12 hours ago. He still has not added me back, still waiting on that response. But I think to remain charitable here, the VOD was removed to prevent a 2025 repeat of people watching the 2024 video and messaging donators. Let's just go with that. Now, Kronos made another reply, and I want to highlight this. He said this before. In January, during the WoW drama, people contacted me and others about donating during the hype train record in 2024. This year, I did less from my main and did some on an alt. Now, I'll be honest, I'm a bit
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. This guy donated like 100 gifted and maybe like 40 T3 on an alt. I don't think you're gonna get approached by that. Like, when we're talking about Oilers, we are talking about like the crazy fucking Oilers who drop like multiple hundreds and they are just like on the top of the list with like the rainbow box next to their name, and it's just like, yeah, I'm sorry, I just had like a rogue 5,000 in my back pocket I couldn't really do anything with. Yeah.
Confused about this message. People contacted me and others about donating during the hype train record in 2024. I think he's saying that in the same fashion that they were people harassing donators in the last...
No, I've been fished on 20 subs. Have you? Have you really? That's crazy, dude.
One back in 2024. He didn't want to have the same issue, so he donated and wanted to make donations from that alternate account. Now, based on how I'm reading this, and again, I could be wrong, maybe I'm misunderstanding what Kronos said, but he said that he did do 100 tier 1s on his personal. Now, if you have an issue with people harassing you and you end up using an alt, I would figure that you would probably send most of the donations through that alt account, but sending 100 separate tier 1 subs, or maybe they were grouped in 5s, 25, maybe did it all at once, that's still putting your name up there. That's still going to get people to message you. So, I mean, having the VOD...
He was like, I kind of want to be approached, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to be approached. I don't know where I land on this.
Deleted afterwards is going to solve all of it regardless, so you shouldn't have to worry about if you donated it.
It's like a girl, like, don't talk to me, but I also kind of like the attention. Why don't men approach me? Also, men are pigs. Go away. Stop harassing me.
Using your personal account. The VODs have been wiped. I just wanted to make sure I went through both of his messages. I'm not trying to cherry pick here, but let's move on to how we were able to confirm that this existed in the first place.
Tsundere oiling daddy?
Number one, Kronos is not refuting it, but more importantly, number two, we were actually able to receive an archived VOD of this stream. Now, I'm about to show you guys an archived VOD of this exact stream where we're able to prove that those leaked DMs showed up in this stream. Now, at the...
Bro, nothing on the internet is sacred. Like, this thing had happened like a fucking year ago. They took it down and someone still managed to scrape it out. Yeah, I feel the left ear thing too. I don't know why.
The time that I first showed this and the first time that I had found it in my Discord, is that's where it was sent in, I didn't know who had archived this, but I want to give credit to the individual
What
who
happened to
had
my
this
right ear?
archived
Why am
VOD,
I
and
getting
that is
so
Scorpion
ignored?
from MK on Kiwi Farms. And I want to apologize that I did not know this going into my stream. Again, you deserve full credit for this, and I genuinely really appreciate that you had
Hello?
this VOD. Otherwise, we wouldn't have this solid proof to back up this screenshot that we had found, so thank you. Here it is in all of its
Oh my god. Dude, my ear popped. I felt that. Jesus Christ. It was finally.
glory. It is 11 hours and 59 minutes and 57 seconds. To the
Holy
best of my
shit.
knowledge, this stream was 12 hours long. So they usually do that 11-hour 55 cut, so we have the entire thing, and it's not super relevant to be missing those last couple of minutes because we have everything we need here. As a matter of fact, if I go ahead and jump over here to 7:26, we're going to see exactly what I'm talking about.
I wished I could place my head between them and go full burr mode and make...
What?
So this is him pulling it up on stream here, and I'll just go ahead and let the rest of it play, as you guys will see that
He's a big streamer who is like doing tech stuff, and I still can't believe that he pulls off his personal DMs. At least before you start the stream, leave it on the server or whatnot. What if you had like a furry ERP session and you were just admiring the Bolgy Volgy? And let's be honest, that could have fucking happened. That absolutely could have fucking happened, you know, to just have some like furry ERP or like writing a smut for fur affinity or something. I don't know. Yeah, or just keep it on the other side, man.
this is indeed pirate software. You can see his messages
I'm
between
dying.
Cronus, the ones that we were just showing you, and then you're going to watch him.
For a hacker, this is terrible security. Right. Do you remember when they kept teasing him that he's the hacker because he did like such a good job? Oh, fuck, man. I'm just like so embarrassed by this. Like it could have been. Can you? What if he had like an ERP going up and he just sent like a dick pic to someone and he just flashes the entire stream with it? Like, dude, I would have. Oh my god, shrink into the banana costume.
Go ahead and delete the text-to-speech that he just heard.
What? What is this? Where is it?
Bro, look at the fucking panic clicking. And his first reaction is to actually click into, not into a server, but another DM, which is memeing about Vedal and him. How can you... I understand the panic, but why would you leak another DM just to cover up the previous DM? That's such a strange decision, man. You couldn't just tap back out. Just like, oh shit, whatever. Oh man.
I'm gonna find this.
And then he taps into another DM. Okay, this is the third fucking DM that he's leaking. It could have been anything.
Find your message. God damn it, click.
And then he clicked onto his server, but it's so overloaded that it's like pausing for so fucking long.
Click your garbage machine. What?
Oh my god.
Who are you?
Oh my god.
Why are you like this?
Oh my god.
Number 420. Deleted. Jesus Christ.
Now, number one.
I want you to know that he was not flustered because of the fucking TTS. This is That's so bad. That's so bad. It's such a rookie mistake.
As far as I'm concerned, I think that's aptly proving that, yes, this is indeed pirate software. He's going through, he deleted the text-to-speech, you heard him talking about it, and he had the authority to delete that message. Now, the other thing I found interesting about this little chain of events here is that he quickly switches to a different DM after he realizes that this is on screen, and that happens before he goes to his Discord, and he looks a bit panicked, but that, again, I'm speculating here, right?
What? What is this? Where
he jumps over to this one first to, clear so you guys can't see what he's saying to Kronos, and that's when he starts looking for his server.
is it?
I can't believe that he was actually like getting a Vedo versus him in the banana thing stonks meme. Like, Vedo was living in his head rent-free. That's crazy.
I'm gonna find this. I need to find your message. God damn it, click.
So now that we've confirmed that this really does exist, it existed on that VOD, let's take a look at that screenshot again. So this specific bit up here, let me know if you do. Bits is going to be the best way to do it due to the return if you need to save it. Bits rather than tier 3s. Tier 3s might be better, don't know. Bits is 82% return when you buy them in bulk.
I am learning. I'm learning for my new Subathon. So, moderator team, sit down, learn. We are talking about it. We are gonna stretch it, okay? We are gonna beat the record.
Have you bought any yet? Now, my leading theory here, specifically with that 82% number that...
Okay, I can't do that. The police is coming for me.
Or is throwing out, has to do with the conversion rate when you get bits into...
Okay.
a Twitch stream. Now,
Good morning. I apologize.
as you can see here, when your viewers perform and confirm an action that requires bits within the extension on your channel page, you'll earn 80% of 1 US cent per bit used, and the remaining 20% is shared with the extension developer. So here's that 80%, but let's do a little bit of that math. So taking a look here, I just took a screenshot. I went into a Twitch stream, went to the bits, and you can actually get a 12% discount at
How generous. Jesus fucking Christ. So much fucking money.
25,000 bits. So that puts you at a $308 price tag. Now to make this a bit easier to understand, one of my buddies here actually created this here, so special thanks to them, but we're showing that 82%. So bit is 82% when you buy them in bulk. What he means is, if you spend $308 to buy 25,000 bits, donate them, the streamer gets $250. And then of course Twitch takes its fee, that
Bro, they actually did the math. They literally counted it down all the way to the penny.
20% being
That's crazy.
$58, which means that $250 is the money going out, like to the streamer, and $308 is the money that you put into the system to give that $250 to the streamer. So that's how you end up getting a return on your money of 81.1.6. Now there is that point.
To be fair, I don't really see a TOS issue with this. It looks desperate. Twitch wouldn't mind they get their cuts. I think there is something that you cannot manipulate. The hype trains, because I don't think it's a problem if they stretch it if he doesn't pay it back, but if Pirate pays back the moderator for it, then it's like, it almost sounds like a little bit like money laundering or whatnot. That feels a little bit sussy. It's an issue when you read the TOSC. It's a huge problem. Because it's like artificially boosting, right? And Twitch doesn't like it when you artificially cheat the system to make yourself look better. It's like, you know, when there was that one website where the guys embedded the stream and technically it wasn't viewbotting, but they got like 10k views just because the website was accessed by so many people. You know, the tutorial website? Not Opera. Yeah, Extra Life. Extra Life. Yeah, it was technically not cheating, but let's be honest, it was kind of boosting. I feel like this is something similar that you're kind of dancing around with the TOS.
4%, discrepancy between.
It's not money laundering, but it's tricking people into think more people are donating when they aren't. Oh yeah, that's true. And also, if the hype train is going longer, then you make people who hypothetically didn't want to donate, now they will want to donate because they just want to be part of it or whatnot.
This 81% and 82% the Pirates
So
are
in a way,
referencing,
yeah.
but I think that is a safe enough margin of error when we're talking about this. But all of that math is to show that this 82% return when you buy them in bulk is referencing that they are receiving.
I can't believe that he actually planned it out at fucking 6 a.m. Who the fuck wakes up at 6:50 a.m. to do this evil master plan to elongate the Subathon hype train? There's such a mustache twirling thing. I gotta spoof my career, bro. It's like I have to do it. I have to be the very best like no one ever was. I gotta stroke my ego. My dude woke up, didn't even deal with the morning wood, he went straight to business. He's just like, yeah, no, I have to make sure. Jesus Christ.
82% of the funds that are used in these donations, meaning that 82% is going to Pirate Software, which would then in turn, and I think the only reason Pirate Software is talking about this return is because that money would be going back to Kronos. So not only would he be able to donate to this hype train and help it out, which he literally admits to, as we see in these messages here. Right down here, he says, did 50k bits at 20 seconds left. But they're
Wow.
also trying to
20 seconds? Those are rookie number. Have you never had a subathon? The amount of times we had 20 seconds? Jesus fucking Christ. Nah, man. Should have waited out for like 5 seconds or 3 seconds.
save as much overhead as possible and get it back to Kronos without bleeding as much money. Now, I'm sure there's a potential for another reason for them to have been talking in this way. That is my best guess based on the information that I was able to pull about the bits, percentage of what goes to the creator, what ends up going to Twitch. Interested to hear what you guys think if anyone understands these systems a bit better. Now, another wrench in this point is the fact that Kronos lives in the UK, so we don't know for sure if he's using that
Oh, it's the British. It's always the British, man.
or, you know, the currency where he lives. And that could play a factor since the price of bits is different based on where you're from. Now, we're about to get into where this could potentially break terms of service with Twitch and some of that potential legal aspect to this. But first, I want to go over that alt account that Kronos is referencing. Now, this is that serendipitous bean account. It does exist on Twitch. Moreover, if we go over and look at the overview for this profile, and that's over here on Twitch Tracker, we can see that the account was created April 1st of 2025, which
Ooh, that's the day the hype train thingy went on. So they literally created an alt account just for that one day occasion. Man. Sassy, sassy. The British versus British.
would line up with the timeline of having this alt account created on the same day that this stream was recorded. And then going back here, we can see Kronos referencing what his alt account name is and saying, where's the beef? Now, this is important. As a matter of fact, still in Pirates Discord, there are these answered TTS from 3 months ago, which lines up with that time frame. And here we can see, probably the one that I'm specifically referring to here is my favorite ferret is beef, because where's the beef? So
I feel like I'm not understanding this joke, but I'm willing to let it go.
I think it's pretty safe to say we can tell that this is Kronos, since he literally said verbatim where
He's very proud of this joke. It's an old Wendy's commercial. Oh, okay. Literal boomer shit. I'm sorry, I never heard about this, but he likes the beef.
where's the beef in the Discord messages between him and Pirates. So
Oh my god, maybe this is Pirate Software's dad. In incognito. Holy shit. Papa Software, is that you? Are you helping out? His dad isn't British. Oh, that's true. He wouldn't pretend to be British. Never mind.
So we know for a fact that Pirate has seen, can confirm, and knows that Serendipitous Bean is Kronos' alt account.
Solid
Not only
point.
that, but we have
Solid
something
point.
super cringe. So that was the first Twitch text-to-speech, and we could actually kind of attribute that maybe Pirate didn't know that that was the alt at the time that that text-to-speech went out. But we do know for a fact that the second text-to-speech that was sent out by Serendipitous Bean, Pirate knew full well that it was Kronos. That's going to make the second clip I'm about to play you that much more painful to watch. So here's
Okay.
that where's the beef text-to-speech here.
Okay.
Serendipitous Bean with 25,000 bits said my favorite ferret is beef because WHERES the beef.
So that was the first one sent from Kronos, and this is the second one.
Serendipitous Bean with 50,000 bits said IRL friend of Kronos and excited that they are now free from corporate.
I know.
Love your stream and what you do for people here. There aren't many cool or supportive streamers left once they get big like this. Stay cool, bud, and tell Kronos.
The glazing. That's so cringe. Oh yeah, I'm just an IRL friend of the guy, but oh my god, I am so lucky that we still have this down-to-earth streamer like you.
That Ben sends their regards.
I'm sorry you had to know
Petavan
Kronos.
Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's so bad. That's so embarrassing. That is literally a paid chatter. Oh my god, the memes were real. It is a paid chatter.
in real life,
with
just like me.
500 bits said when is Yar pregnant man going to be real?
He had to do a little glazing for his boss, but oh my god, that was painful, knowing now that that is actually Kronos. But now lastly, over here at the bottom, didn't mention this to the mods either, so this wasn't, you know, planned amongst all the other mods, but then right below that says, now the challenge is to clear the queue. Now what's this clearing the queue? Well, there's actually an answer, and this is in the form of one of Pirate Software.
Second generation Pirates of a viewer. Oh man, I'm cringing so hard. Listen, I understand that they have like the evil plan, you know, it's like they coordinating it's like, you know, I understand. You wanna look cool, you wanna win the award, you wanna, like, people will talk about this shit. I am not hating on him for this, but this is like, oh my god, you're such a great streamer.
Where's shorts?
What's the TTS queue and wait time? So every time somebody donates to do a TTS, I actually have a system, and you can see it goes into this queue. Every time I hit this button, like this, it eats
Amph cheer 500 loving war within so far as a warlock.
But yeah, your message then goes into Discord. It actually has a timestamp here to show where that's going on, so you can click on it, and it works, right? And then if I don't get to your message by the end of the stream, it goes into debt. And right now, we've given $56,805 to charity since November of last year. Because if I don't answer your message, I don't deserve the money.
Don't tell that to Shoujo. They are going to take this shit away. Holy fucking hell. It's like charity for me?
So we pay it to charity.
So I think that's all that you specifically need to know. Now we understand that every TTS that doesn't get cleared through the queue, meaning Pirate ends up playing it for the stream, that ends up all getting donated to charity. And it seems like Kronos is well aware of that fact. And so now the challenge being to clear the queue means that they want to make sure.
Is that for me, perhaps? Not enough? We need more. That dude, you would see it in the DMs. Vtuber is also their pirate. We gotta boost the numbers. That 50k wasn't enough. We need more.
That they get through everything so that none of it gets donated to charity. Now that could be nefarious, but also at the same time, I think the goal is that he does want to read through them all because he wants to, you know, appreciate the people that have been sending the money to him. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure their goal is to get through every single one of those text-to-speeches, and inevitably, you know, they will end up donating some to charity because they might not be able to get through all of them in a single stream. And it ends up being that if they don't read it, ends up going to charity. So I don't really see an issue per se with that. Some people could take it that way. I don't think I necessarily need to make that argument because
I wonder what charity he's giving it to. Maybe it's, I don't know. It must be something for ferrets. He's really into ferrets.
I think there's a reasonable understanding that, of course, the goal is to clear the queue every time, and it's not just because it's all going into their pockets, although that's the main reason, but they do also just want to respect the viewers that have sent their money in. But now let's talk about that Twitch terms of service and if this is breaching that terms of service. Now this hinges on the hypothesis that Kronos is getting paid back by Pirate through these bit donations that he did, and he did 75,000 bits in total, so $750. Now, of course, there was a little bit less due to
Does it go to his own ferret sanctuary? Okay, no, I don't think so. He cannot just say that it will go to charity and his own foundation. That's like taking the $5 out from your left pocket and put it into the right. I don't think so. Surely not. No. It can't be. No. It's free money. No.
That 12% discount, but that's the ballpark here. And again, reached out to see if someone from Twitch can actually better clarify if any terms of service were broken. So at this moment, this is all just speculation and I don't have any other confirmation. Now, what I'm showing you guys here is from Twitch's legal bits acceptable use policy. Now, I'm just going to read the title of this.
Look at that.
It goes to the Mana Gems for the Needy Charity Fund. He donates Mana Gems to those with no mana. That man really cares about preserving his gems.
God bless the Mana Gems.
Area that I'm going to be reading from, bits cannot be directly exchanged for items or services of value. Now that specifically directly exchanged is a bit, you know, convoluted here since it's going directly to the stream, but then supposedly, potentially, Kronos will be getting paid back. The front line reads, don't engage in an exchange of bits for items or services that typically are associated with a cost or value. Communities can gather to achieve a goal that unlocks a benefit or experience for the community, explained further below. Creators can announce benefits in response to individual cheers. However, in each of those scenarios, the activity does not provide a return of anything of value. And down here explicitly, it says, now the don'ts that constitute violations of this policy. Don't solicit bits in exchange for money or donations, and don't request money.
I'm sorry, lads. I cannot give you feet pics for bits. I tried. It's not allowed. So sorry.
Or donations for bits. Now this doesn't work because Pirate is not saying, hey, we're, giving you guys money if you give me bits. And it's also
No, it's the things of value. My fate is valuable.
not Kronos requesting money for those donations. But if we come down here, we can see this specific point here: selling, offering to sell, trading, bartering, or transferring bits to other users of Twitch in exchange for real or virtual currencies. Now this, we could make the argument that the selling, or I should say offering to sell or transferring bits to other users of Twitch in exchange for real currency would be the equivalent of Kronos donating those bits to Pirate's stream, knowing that he's getting this, as we talked about, that 82% return. Or I should say that that 82% return is going to Pirate. That assumption being
I don't think that Twitch will care. I'm gonna be honest with you. Even if he broke the TOS, I don't think it will matter. They are gonna be like, yeah, whatever.
that this return of 82% is for Pirate so that he can get it back to him and lower their overhead costs.
It
now
makes
again,
them
there's
money.
nothing directly stating outright you cannot, as like a moderator or an employee for
Like, it's like, oh no, he used trickery to get us more money. Oh no, all that money. That's so sad that we have all that money.
a streamer donate bits to, get that money back afterwards. But there's no specific ruling on that, or not at least that I've seen from the research that I put together, or that any research with people that I have worked with making this video have found themselves. Now, other examples of this Twitch terms of serve potentially being broken here has to come from spam, scams, and other malicious conduct. And listed below in
Do you think there is any streamer who ever read the TOS? Like, fully? From, like, the beginning till the end? Nope. Yeah, I don't think either. Yeah, maybe someone who is, like, has the tism enough to be, like, a perfectionist.
And for example, you may not. It
One,
includes this
two.
part here about engage in viewership tampering,
Nah.
such as artificially inflating follow or live viewer stats. Now, my expert armchair analysis, I would look at that and go, okay, well, they were seemingly based off of, Kronos directly saying, I added those 50K bits with 20 seconds left. It sounds like he is artificially, with coordination from Pirate Software, keeping the hype train going, which may look like natural engagement, which may incentivize other people to donate to the hype train because they want to build it up, because they're
Nah, but it's not about the viewership, right? Because this was just about artificially having the viewership. That doesn't affect the viewership. Also, there is no proof that Pirate paid him back. I think it's a stretch. Like, they could make the argument, perhaps. If anything, I don't think it's a crime or anything. It just, again, it looks like fucking stupid. It's like, come on, Pirate, did you min-max the hype train? Why?
there's a potential that they unlock this emote, or they unlock
just
other
silly.
rewards in the progression of leveling up this hype train. I think this might also contribute to the cheat the Twitch reward system, in which case I think maybe you could make that argument, but at the same time, the alternate account that he would have been donating these bits on wouldn't really be cheating that Twitch reward system, since he would be receiving the rewards from it.
It's encouraging other people to donate very scummy. Yeah, but I still don't think that Twitch will do anything. Like, let's be real, there have been so much bigger problems with Twitch and like streamers doing strange things, and they still didn't give two fucks. They are not going to care about, oh no, we got a little bit more money. We tricked the peasants into milking themselves.
Again, that's more like incentivizing other people that would naturally donate. They would be more likely to donate if you were getting closer to one of
Yeah.
those goals. And they got closer to that goal by artificially inflating the
I will
train.
check, I will
Pyrocynical
check.
is going to have a heyday with this video if he ever reacts to it. Now, the last big TOS thing that I have here is under prohibited conduct here. Specifically here under II, it says impersonate any person or entity, or falsely claim an affiliation with any person or entity. Now,
It's okay, he can just say he was schizophrenic at the moment. Like, it isn't, like, basically everyone have, like, multiple personalities. It's fine. It's
technically,
fine.
Kronos impersonated someone that was friends with Kronos. I think that's a really lame technicality, but at the end of the day, he did pretend to have a friend, which is kind of funny. But more specifically, in the
He was a friend of the guy who he was pretending to be, who also was glazing him. That's you see, gentlemen, when you don't have friends and you have to pretend to be your own best friend. Yeah, no, Twitch will not give two shits. It's if anything, it's more just it's a little bit funny that he would go this far. I feel like there was really no reason to go this far, but I really feel like he just absolutely wanted to break another record, and he was ready to do whatever it takes. It's just a little bit like, it's kind of cringe, dude.
Second part of this II here, it says, misrepresent the source, identity, or content of information transmitted via the Twitch services. I would say by using an alternate account and not disclosing that to the public that was viewing the stream would count as misrepresenting the source and identity of the person donating. But all of these potential breaks in the terms of service could mean absolutely nothing. Now, I spoke with the lawyer that had actually worked with private parts.
Dude, this guy really has it out for pirate software. Like, who the fuck takes up a hobby that, okay, I'm going to even contact a lawyer just to make sure that he may or may have not committed a crime? Like, I get it. It's like, we gotta make fun for what we gotta make fun for, but these are just like, Jesus Christ, dude, calm down. It gives you credibility. It's, I'm not, it might be a little bit too much. I feel like there is, at one point, we have to draw the line between mocking and bullying, or like getting someone into trouble. I think if he would have leave it like, ha ha, how lame, and just do like the iDubbbz dance and like the la 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 la, it would have been like, okay, but like, ooh.
Back when he received a cease and desist from Pirate Software in regard to his video game, including Pirate Software's voice in it. Now, I spoke with him a little bit about this specific point, and he had some really interesting information to provide in regard to the fact that Pirate Software might have a different contract with Twitch that would supersede the terms of service that would typically apply as a blanket for most people that are streaming on Twitch.
Yeah, it's like every time he does a subathon, 50% goes to VShojo just so that they can also not give it back to the talents. That's his contract. True. Must be true.
There's another layer here too, right? Okay.
Must be true.
So there's the terms of service that most of us are going to have available to us. But someone like him, he may have a different terms of service that we don't get to see. He may have a separate individual contract. He could have a separate written agreement that says literally on it, Twitch terms of service are superseded by our written agreement thusly. You may only think and Twitch may allow you to think, because that seems more fair. It seems like more fair for gamers if the rules are all the same for everybody. But no, they don't have to tell you that. Nobody has to tell you that. So he has, and I would be kind of surprised actually if he didn't have a separate agreement that said those terms of service do not apply except to this extent, or
like, no, I don't think that Twitch would be like, hey, there's a contract. Good luck, have fun cheating. I don't think so. I know he's just like pondering about it, but I don't think so.
Or superseded except to this. I mean, if I were him, I would want to have a separate agreement. And his
I would want a separate agreement, but I would want to get a bigger cut. It's not that I can min-max the hype train. It's that's kind of not fun. I promise XQC has one. Yeah, okay, but XQC is very, very fucking big.
Agreement might, it's possible. Who knows? We don't know what his contract is. We could talk theoretically about what Twitch's terms of service, how it would apply if it applies.
The 70/30 used to be a separate deal. Yeah, dude. Do you think he has an even sweeter deal? Do you think if something like this happens, like let's say Pirate actually had a separate deal and he had like an even sweeter cut or something, if you start falling off, does Twitch say like, ooh, can I actually take that back? Or what do they do in a situation like this?
To him, but we honestly don't know. And that kind of thing is not that uncommon in the real business world. Like in when it comes to real business and you're dealing with real large amounts of money, people have individual there's contracts of adhesion, we call them, are the ones that ordinary users can't change.
Right.
Ordinary users have no opportunity to change. But when you get into like where real money is changing hands, people don't do contracts of adhesion. They're custom. That's why you have lawyers. You negotiate these things. They are negotiated. He may have had it so that like this doesn't even apply at all, and it's not like he's expressly allowed to, but it's just like the prohibitions that would normally prohibit this do not apply. And maybe Twitch doesn't even give a fuck.
Sure.
Like what's their downside? They're still getting paid, right?
Right.
They wait for your contract to run out and then you lose partner if you don't sign a new one. I see.
So their only downside would be if it looks real bad.
But now let's specifically tackle legality. Like, US law is what he did illegal. Based off the information that I have now, it's very, very shaky at best. And I say that because it's the information that I have right now. Now, in a future video here, probably within the next few days, I'm going to be having a full-on...
He's still digging. No, boy, it's okay. It's time to move on. How about Vshoujo? The very good topic. Very, very active right now.
Conversation and go really in depth about the details of this with the lawyer I was just showing you guys clips from. And I think through that, I'm going to have a much better answer for you. But as of right now, when we're focusing on the legal aspect of this, looking at US law, the first...
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't particularly care about like the legal aspect of it. I just find it really fucking hilarious that this even happened. It feels so unnecessary and silly, you know?
Because I saw this YouTube short talking about how Pirate, at the start of each month, will donate a bunch of subs to his community.
Monthly ruse will happen every first of the month from now on. You see, Twitch.
What's up with him and the food outfits? Is it the king? Are there more? What else can you be that is elongated?
Is paying me a lot of money to run ads. I've accepted this deal.
Oh, so that's why my ad money is going. I see. It's with Mr. Pirate because Twitch ain't paying me jack shit for ads. Holy fucking shit. Now I've found it. So there you go. I was looking for where my ad money went. I am seeing it now.
But I hate ads. So
me
how do we fix
too.
this? I take half of this money.
Okay.
And I turn it into tier 1 subs for you, which is over 200 subs. And then I gift those to the community. So all the people that get those 200 plus subs don't have any ads for the entire month. But since I gifted half of this, 39% of a tier 1 sub comes back to me.
Oh,
and Twitch
no.
still pays me a bunch of money on top of that. So I actually make about $1,700, which is more money than I make in a month normally. And also none of you get to watch ads.
Now, my first rebuttal to this...
Oh, God, that's a lot of math. Jesus Christ. You need a custom contract? I need them to pay me for ads without me running ads. That's the contract I want.
Is the fact that it is 200 tier 1 subs coming from Pirate Software. He's saying that he would be gifting that to his community. So number one, we know that Kronos is the one that is dropping these subs. Okay, well maybe it is Kronos that's dispersing these. Okay, well if we go back to this DM communication between the two of them, we're going to see that he says that he donated 100 tier 1s on his personal, but they were talking about focusing on either doing bit donations or tier 3s since those might be better. Bits being 82% return. So we know that the goal of this isn't what's being referenced in the short. It's not to do a bunch of those tier 1 subs at the beginning of the month to help people not watch ads. This clearly is intentionally in reference to keeping the hype train alive, as you see down here with the did 50k bit.
How is this related to him turning the ad money into subs for people? I think that's nice. That he doesn't like the ads and it's just like, hey, I'm gonna give back to the community. I think that's fair. He's saying it's not related. Why is he yapping about it? I'm gonna steal his glasses.
It's at 20 seconds left. I just wanted to include that because there was some chat in my Discord about that specifically. And at first when I watched it, thought it was a good point. But then after looking back at the DMs, I'm very hesitant to believe that it had anything to do with the messages that we just went through. But I'm interested to hear what your guys' thoughts are. I know this has been a very long video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed going through this investigation, have anything to say, please leave it in the comments below. Consider giving this video a like, subscribing if you're new here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios. Peace.
Adios. I think it was interesting. It's so silly. I just cannot shake it off how silly it is.